Keogboleo Carol. We're back again on our broadcast as usual. It is Tuesday, 8. A very good morning, mo kí gbogbo wa pátápátá níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ mi. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko. Kò ní sú wa, kò dẹ̀ ní rẹ̀ wá. Ìrìn àjò tí a gbé dání, àwa kọ́ ni a perfect, but àwa máa lo platform wa bí ṣe sọ lójoojúmọ́. Kò sí nǹkan kan tí èmi tún ṣe ju kí n máa polongo Yorùbá nation. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn rà ń pé nǹkan púpọ̀ yé yín ta tún máa ṣàlàyé fúnra wa láàárọ̀ yìí. Torí pé ẹlòmíì kò rò pé bóyá platform yìí nígbà tá ti dá sílẹ̀, ẹ bá bínú, mo máa ṣe, mo ń prepare fún Starr radio. Défìlà jẹ́ délé láàárọ̀ yìí. Mo kí gbogbo wa nílé lọ́tùn lósì níbikíbi tí olùkálùkù bá tuntun darapọ̀ mọ́ mi. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ní àbúrò yín tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí KOIKIMEDIA. I say good morning once again. Mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà, mo kí gbogbo wa ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. A máa darapọ̀ mọ́ studio láìpẹ́. So mo kàn ní ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká máa bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ kó tó di pé mo máa wọnú studio lọ torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Starr radio UK morning show. Èní ní 8 November 2022 Tuesday. Gbogbo tá kúkú ń ṣe ó máa ní record after tí gbogbo wa bá ti lọ tá ti dàgbà tá darúgbó. Àwọn èèyàn máa wo gbogbo conversation ni. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n jẹ́ kó yé gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó ń gbọ́ mi ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí KOIKIMEDIA. Lótìtọ́ lódodo àwọn èèyàn máa ní máa sọ̀rọ̀ dákẹ́. Èmi á dẹ̀ máa sọ pé dákẹ́dákẹ́ yẹn á dàbí ìgbà tó yẹ pé èèyàn stupid, èèyàn mọ tó ń ṣe. Number one, KOIKIMEDIA platform kò ń ṣe platform olóṣèlú. Okoli Emeka, good morning. How you doing? All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Making a no verse. You know, now my people I want to talk to, so, and I want me to hear my language properly. Because sometimes they go say my English too much. Ẹ kí n ṣàlàyé fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Platform yìí, KOIKIMEDIA platform ni, kò ń ṣe platform anybody. Bí dẹ̀ ṣe máa ń sọ, tẹ́ bá lọ sí company house ní UK, wá sọ fún yín nígbà tí company ti wà registered. So mo kí yàwá Pastor mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olùṣọ́ alàgbà, mo kí bàbá mi Sulaimon Yusuf, mo kí bàbá mi Pastor Emmanuel Togba. Platform yìí ṣe rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí mo ní fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀, màá kó dẹ̀ díẹ̀, but àwọn ọlọ́gbọ́n ló máa yé. Bó bá wù mí mo lè raise owó lórí platform yìí any day anytime. Owó tí mo dẹ̀ ń raise kò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú òmìnira account, kò dẹ̀ ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú central account. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Mo ń ṣe blogger o. Mo kì í ṣe blogger rárá. I'm not a blogger. Èèyàn kan dẹ̀ rán mi iṣẹ́. Èmi ló ń mú lọ́kàn tí mo gbé ìrìn àjò yìí síwájú. Mo ò dẹ̀ ní gbàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ anybody kí n tó sọ pé mo need owó lórí platform yìí. Ẹ mọ̀ tán pè ní media ni. Ẹ rò pé media dàbí àwọn blogger tó ṣe ń dúró de owó YouTube. No, èmi ò dúró de owó YouTube. Tí bá wá sórí show, tí bá sọ pé mo need owó lórí KOIKIMEDIA, I have the right. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa wá decide bóyá ẹ fẹ́ fún mi àbẹ́ ẹ fún mi. Bọ̀ pé ká wá máa gbọ́ awuyewuye oríṣiríṣi. ẹ lọ tẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́. Mo sọ fún yín, ẹ lọ tẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́. This is KOIKIMEDIA platform. Ẹ lọ tẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ o. Ẹ tọ́rọ̀ bá kó lọ máa yanjú ẹ̀ láàrin ara yín. Mo ní láti gbàṣẹ, mo tún sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ìkan rẹ̀ dí kan lọ́wọ́ bí ṣe máa ń sọ. Ìkan ò dí kan lọ́wọ́. Ẹ rò pé èmi nìkan mo wà lórí mídíà lágbàáyé ni. Mídíà pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Fox News wà, NBC wà, BBC wà, Sky News wà. Ǹjẹ́ béèrè pé báwo ló ṣe ń raise owó lórí platform wọn? Ǹjẹ́ béèrè pé báwo ló ṣe ń raise owó tó fi ń run, what they called, charities in different fields of what they do. So when I come and I say we need money for KOIKIMEDIA, I raise owó fún, as what we are doing right now, we are raising funds for the super rally that is coming. Ṣé yẹn lẹ wá rò pé máa dá kan dúró ni? Ikán lè dá kan dúró. And there are so many people that are out there doing different things. Èyí tó ń wé mi lọ́kàn ni mò ń ṣe. And I'm doing it to my best ability. I've been slow down a little bit on the Starr radio because I'm only 15 minutes away. So if anybody thinks that because I'm doing Yoruba Nation, then owó tèmi bá wá raise ní platform wa won't affect another platform. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. If you think that the money that I am raising on my platform is having impact on anybody or any other platform, I'm sorry. I cannot help you. This is a media organization. It's not a blogger. And one thing we've got to understand is, I'm not going to tolerate nonsense as I did last year from anybody. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Oríyọmí Hamzat ń raise owó lójoojúmọ́. Kò fi ṣe Yorùbá Nation. Ṣé mo lè rán àwọn èèyàn kan lọ bá Oríyọmí Hamzat nísìn pé àwọn ọmọ wa tó fi lọ fún campaign, tó fi lọ jáde, tó fi ṣe this, tó fi ṣe that. So it's the money that people are giving us is how we distribute and do a lot of things from it. And I don't think that is having any impact on either of the major two accounts, to Anita, which is Ominira at Central. So if I'm raising money on my own platform, how does that have impact on any of the other platforms? And I think I'm doing that every day. I ask people to donate money to all platforms, even support people at home directly, and people are doing that. Live show by, and I'm already in the middle of the program. So I saw it later. More the program by more than hot by yourself. I saw it later. Aboro ye anything. So Mama pé direction ni pé ẹ feel pé ẹ push me can get angry. So Yorùbá Nation tell me wan ṣe. Mo ti kọjá stage yẹn kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè dárò ìrìn àjò yìí ẹ lè dá dúró lọ́dọ̀ tèmi o. Mo mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ omi o. Ẹ kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá dúró. Tàbá bá Biafra ṣá bá Biafra ṣe náà ni. Ẹni tó bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn ká mo ní kẹ́ lọ já sómi kẹ́ lọ kú dànù. I don't give a toss. Ṣé nìkan a lè dájà ìjà yìí ni? Ìjà tá fẹ́ jà yìí ṣé a lè dájà? Ṣé a lè dá ìjà yìí jà pẹ̀lú Fúlàní government? Mọ̀ tó ń pè ní government ni. Government náà lágbára. Government is ready to spend their last penny to kill any one of us. You think the government doesn't have that capacity to do so? Wọ́n lè rán aya killer, assassin, anywhere in the world. Ṣé Buhari ò fẹ́ jíyàn gbé ní London in 1983? Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù. I have the right to raise money on my platform, and I will raise money anytime, any day. And tó bá wù ní kó fún mi, tó bá fún mi kó get out. Tọrọ. Ẹ rò pé mo fowó yẹn mo fi ń jó gẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ̀ ni. I have the right to raise money on my platform anytime, any day without consulting anybody ni mo sọ. Ebi on ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ media. Mo ti gbé nínú UK for 20-something years. Mo máa ń sọ fún yín. Kò ṣe pé mo fi proud. Visa ni mo fi wọ̀lú yìí. And I fought the British government for 14 years. Kó tó di pọ́ fún mi níwèé. And I'm ready to fight this movement to the last man standing. Tó bá kù èmi àti Ìgbòho nìkan, I will stand with him. Tó bá kù èmi àti Ìyá Onítìrí nìkan, I will stand with her. Tó bá kù èmi àti bàbá wa Professor Banji Akintoye nìkan, I will stand with them. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan, ẹ ṣe sùúrù gan. You cannot intimidate somebody like me. I've gone past that stage. But I want it to be known. This is KOIKIMEDIA. If I come out, I need money, I will come out and I will say I need money. It's entirely up to you to give it me or not. If mo sọ fún pé tó bá yẹ pé mo fẹ́ di member àwọn Buhari, kò ń ṣe nísìnyí, I have access to Aso Rock as far back as 2014. Màá ti jẹ owó gidi. Mo lè jáwó gidi kí lè wá padà nísìnyí. Ṣèbí Délé Momodu nìyẹn. Ṣé Délé Momodu bá ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ni? Ṣé Délé Momodu ṣèbọn campaign fún Àtíkù nísìnyí? Ṣèbá Abuja ni Délé Momodu wà nísìnyí? Tọ́fíìsì hotel tó ń gbádùn ayé ẹ̀. Kí ló ń ṣe? A post nǹkan sórí social media. Ṣèbí nǹkan tí Délé Momodu ṣe nìyẹn. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan, ẹ lọ gbẹnu jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá máa pè káàkiri pè káàkiri. Mo sọ fún yín, tẹ́ bá pè Ìgbòho, èmi àti Ìgbòho ẹ lè dárin wa rú, àṣírí mo sọ fún yín yẹn, ẹ lè dárin èmi àti Ìgbòho rú. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n bínú gan. Ẹ má yẹ kí n bínú. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan, àti bẹ́ẹ̀ débi tá à ń lọ. Ìrìn àjò yìí mo sọ pé a máa pa Nàìjíríà, every angle la máa ti pa. Kò ń ṣe èèyàn kan dẹ̀ ló máa pa, gbogbo wa lájọ máa pa. Kò ń ṣe èèyàn kan ló fẹ́ pa Nàìjíríà, ọmọ Ìgbò fẹ́ pa, ọmọ Biafra fẹ́ pa. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú mi gan. Last year, Ifá àti àwọn onígbàgbọ́ Mùsùlùmí àti Kìrìsìtẹ́nì ló sọ fún mi pé kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí n dákẹ́. Wọ́n sàn kankan lọ́dún yìí o. Last year, the three religions want me not to say anything. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan. Last year, they want me not to say anything. Mẹ́tàlá yóò gbóyin ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo yín mo sọ pátápátá. Every one of you ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi nìkan tó gbé ìrìn àjò ìdúró. Èmi nìkan. Ta lẹ́yìn? Ẹ rò pé mò ń ṣeré ni. Àwa ti fira wa sílẹ̀ fún ìrìn àjò yìí. A ti sacrifice ọ̀rọ̀ wa already. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan. Pé mo raise owó lórí platform, ó wá affect another platform kan. Kí ni kàn mí pẹ̀lú gbogbo nonsense yẹn? Ìjọba wù mí ni mo lè fowó mi ṣe, tẹ́ bá fún mi. Ṣé mo ra mọ́tò ni? Àbí mo kọ́lé? Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan gbogbo yín pátápátá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ń pe Ìgbòho, á máa pè mí, á máa sọ fún mi. Fáàtì lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn. Àwọn èèyàn lọ káàkiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, oní 10,000 níbi 20,000. Ẹ rò mo sọ fún yín pé àwa ń tọ́jú ẹnìkan ṣásìkò yìí. Ẹ rí receipt ojú ẹlòmíì kan tí mo fún lówó gan máa béèrè pé ṣé mo kọ́lẹ̀ ni? 3 years ago, a ní record. Mo sọ fún yín pé journalist lèmi. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan. Ẹ lè bàrìn àròyìn ìjọ jẹ́. Tẹ́ bá need owó, ẹ sọ fún wa, àbá yín polówó ẹ̀. Kò yẹ pé kí a máa sọ pé KOIKIMEDIA owó tó ń raise lórí platform ẹ̀, owó affect the platform. Kí ni kàn mí pẹ̀lú gbogbo jágbàjàgbà yẹn? Kí ni kàn mí pẹ̀lú gbogbo nonsense yẹn? Ọmọdé ni mo jẹ́ ni. I'm 40 something years old. Mo mọ last year ta raise owó, gbogbo owó yẹn ní sàmọ́ bó ṣe lọ, gbogbo ẹ̀ṣin yàmùyàmù yàkùnyàkùn. Èmi ni gbogbo èmi màá lẹ́ dalé lórí. Kí tí wọ́n máa raise owó nísìn, kí wọ́n sọ pé màkò fún yàn kan, àbí yàn kan wọ́n sọ pé owó tó ń raise wọ́n affect another platform. Ṣèbí àná ni a sì gbé YSDM wá sí bíbá ìkọ́ wá sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé mo gbawó lọ́wọ́ wọn ni? Mo gbawó lọ́wọ́ anybody now. Ojoojúmọ́ là ń gbé àwọn èèyàn wá kọ́ wá sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gbogbo sọ fún yín yẹn. Mo kí gbogbo léjà rẹ̀ má bínú. Ẹ bá pe Ìgbòho títí dọ̀la, ó máa sọ fún mi ní. Ẹ lè dárin èmi àti Ìgbòho rú níbi tó ìrìn àjò yìí dé nísìn. Àṣírí mo gé fún yín yẹn. Bó bá wù yín, kẹ́ pe Ìgbòho títí di every day. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń pè ní wọ́n máa sọ fún mi. Idiot all over the place. Àrùn ìrìn àjò tó fẹ́ kó àwọn èèyàn kúrò nínú oko ẹrú. Ẹ máa pe Ìgbòho. Ẹ máa pe Ìgbòho. Kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín. Ṣìírè. Èmi sacrifice life mi. Ojoojúmọ́ ìtagbé dání lélẹ̀. Àgbé kan mi dání. 3 years ni mo fi wà lórí ìrìn àjò yìí. Ẹ rò pé mò ń ṣeré ni. Ẹ rò pé mi náà mọ bó ṣe ń jayé ni. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan-an. Tó bá yẹ pé ká má polówó anybody mọ́. Ká bá polówó mo máa ṣe Yorùbá nation, mo máa educate àwọn èèyàn. Mo ní láti polówó anybody ní bíbá. Ẹ̀yin náà lọ dá platform tí ń sílẹ̀. 5 years ni mo fi wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ rò pé nǹkan tí mo ṣe pẹ̀lú Star Radio yẹn ṣé gbogbo radio station ló lè ṣe ní Nàìjíríà àbí ló lè ṣe nílùú yìí ṣèbá láwọn èèyàn nílùú náà tó ń ṣe mídíà ṣọba yín dá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation ni wọ́n bá yín dá sí náà ṣé wọ́n bá yín dá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation ṣèbá ọkùn nílùú yìí náà ẹ ṣe sùúrù gan ẹ ṣe sùúrù mo sọ so pé platform mi raise owó affect platform kí ni kọ́ mi pẹ̀lú gbogbo jágbàjàgbà yẹn kí ni kọ́ mi pẹ̀lú gbogbo nonsense yẹn ó kí gbogbo lélẹ̀ nǹkan sí blogger lẹ pè mí èmi register sílùú ìní èmi tí mo bá British fa 14 years mo bá wọn fa wàhálà pé mo lọ èyí tó kù níbi tá a fẹ́ lọ iṣẹ́ a máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ̀ kàkà ká má dé bẹ́ẹ̀ á da gbogbo ẹ̀rú ni mo sọ àṣírí lẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi yẹn àwa ti wà lórí M1 already Ìgbòho là ń dúró dè kó fún wa ní right of order tí Ìgbòho bá ti fẹ́ mi ní right of order ẹ̀rí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ Ìgbòho lèmi dúró dè Ọlọ́run adé bá ń lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ dáadáa ẹ rò pé lè dárín wa rú ni ẹ ń ṣeré náà lè dárín rẹ rú ẹ ń díbọ́n ni gbogbo iná ẹgbẹ́ ẹ ti gbóríṣiríṣi ẹ ti morúkọ wa lọ káàkiri gbóríkọ wa lọ káàkiri ẹ ti ṣoríṣiríṣi ẹ rí pé kò ràn wá kò sáwọ́ àníkankan Ọlọ́run la gbójúlé àtẹlẹ́dùmarè bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń sá lójoojúmọ́ kò ní wọlé àṣírí mo gé fún yín yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ gbórúkọ mi lọ sí anywhere in the world kò ní wọlé kò ń ṣe pé tẹnu torí pé Ọlọ́run mọ̀ pé inú kan la fi ṣe màá wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ìyàwó mi ẹ máa pè máa gbé call ẹlòmíì máa ní mo ò lè gbé call ẹ mọ̀ pé ìyàwó tí bá ti gbé call mo ń disturb ìyàwó mi láàárọ̀ nìyẹn and disturb àwọn ọmọ and disturb gbogbo yàn mad people all over the place ẹ ń ṣí èrè owó tèmi wá ń raise owó tá a raise tó tẹ̀ tí gbogbo owó tẹ fún wa kò tí tó £4,000 ó dẹ̀ ní record bá ṣe ń lò ojoojúmọ́ criss cross ni báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń pè nìyẹn orí 10,000 orí 5,000 orí 3,000 orí 20,000 owó mi gan tẹ fún wa gan sef àmọ́ who is who mọ́ àti dá gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn lẹ́yìn ìgbà láti yọ owó lé ká yọ owó ṣé náà mo ní sanwó lé mi mad people all over the place ẹ̀ ń ṣí èrè owó tí KOIKIMEDIA raise ló ń affect another platform kí lẹ mean by that owó tèmi Ìgbòho kì í ṣẹni tó ń parọ́ tó bá ṣe jẹ́ gangan ló máa ṣe sọ Chief Sunday Ìgbòho kì í parọ́ a ti sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan ni mo sọ fún yín o tẹ bá mi pẹ́ ẹ lọ máa pẹ́ ẹ bá dárúkọ mi tẹ bá ti ń pè Ìgbòho mo sọ fún yín tẹ bá ṣe ń pè Ìgbòho máa sọ fún mi ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan platform mélòó gan ló ń polówó gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ní kọ́ lọ máa sanwó sí platform mélòó almost every day là ń post both account sórí social media platform mélòó ló ń ṣe ẹ lọ wo gbogbo platform ní gbogbo àwọn tájọ́ ṣe Yorùbá Nation kẹ́ béèrè pé platform mélòó ló ń promote YSDM àti òmìnira account platform mélòó ni platform mélòó ló ń promote ẹ lọ wo gbogbo record wọ́n ṣe rally nílé wọ́n ní promote not even one of the social media tó ń pariwo Yorùbá Nation gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ní bíbá ẹ lọ wo gbogbo àwọn tájọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation kẹ́ lọ wo timeline wa kẹ́ lọ wo nǹkan tí gbogbo wa ń post kẹ́ compare síra wọn mo sọ fún yín pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo media ló fẹ́ kẹ́ lọ àṣírí èmi gé fún yín yẹn wọ́n ti sàn ẹfẹ́ mi nínú mídíà tẹ́lẹ̀ ní last year kò ń ṣe gbogbo mídíà ló fẹ́ ká jà ká lọ ẹ lọ jókòó lọ máa jókòó tí wọ́n ẹ ṣí èrè gbogbo yín ìyá mi ti ní kí n máa ṣépè mọ́ ẹ má bínú ẹ rò pé mò ń ṣeré mo sọ fún yín pé bókù èmi àti Ìgbòho nìkan àjàjà ìdélẹ̀ confam ni mo sọ gbogbo ẹni tẹ́lẹ̀ sọ pé ṣé inú ọdún yìí náà ni kò ní ọdún tó ń bọ̀ inú ọdún yìí ni Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ ó kù díẹ̀ Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ ó kù díẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín ẹ rí sùúrùtù gbogbo ẹ̀yin politician tó wà nílé Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ ó kù díẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín ìyàwó mi ti ń bẹ̀ mí báyìí títọ́ mo ti gbọ́ ẹ ṣí èrè mad people all over the place èmi lẹ́fẹ́ máa dẹ́rù èmi nínú gbogbo àwọn tó dá wàhálà tó fún British ní wàhálà Ìjẹ̀bú wà nínú wọn ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú lèmi confam ni mo sọ fún yín orí mi tó àì Ìjẹ̀bú lọ sọ sí mad people all over the place ẹ̀ ń pè Chief Sunday Igboho Koiki raise owó lórí platform ẹ̀ ó ń fowó gba account no account dá díẹ̀ ní bá gbé síta account bàbá ẹ̀ ní bá gbé síta account dá díẹ̀ ní mo bá gbé síta ẹ pé Ìgbòho ẹ lọ ṣọ́ra ẹ tí mo dẹ̀ love don kan lẹ ṣe gbogbo nonsense yẹn mo ti love yín ju pé kí n máa gbọ́ gbogbo nonsense yẹn tí mo sacrifice ara mi fún yín ẹ lọ ṣọ́ra ẹ tẹ lọ make those kind of kíní sí Ìgbòho ẹ pé Chief Sunday Ìgbòho pé mi raise owó lórí platform ẹ ṣe sùúrù gan ẹ ṣe sùúrù ẹ tẹ lọ ṣe gbogbo nonsense yẹn ẹ ṣe sùúrù Koiki ni mò ń jẹ́ I will raise money anytime any day mad people all over the place abinu. Play orin yìí lọ tẹ̀tí mú mi lọ. Mo kí gbogbo lélẹ̀ nǹkan sí ẹ̀ka àwọn àgbélé lọ kí fi sáré set up gbogbo platform Star Radio. Ó ṣe every little thing ẹ pé bàbá kí tó yè every little thing ẹ máa lọ pé Ìgbòho every little thing ẹ máa lọ pé ìyá onítìrì kọlọ one Koiki yẹ kí n má bá wọn Biafra ṣe ẹ̀yin mọ ọjọ́ táwa ti ń bá Biafra ṣe ni ẹ̀yin mọ nǹkan ta ti ń bá Biafra ṣe lẹ́yìn ni ẹ má bá Biafra ṣe mélòó rí yín ló lè lọ́jà mélòó nu yín at least èmi wà nu mission ó dẹ̀ ní record atọ́jú àwọn fídíò kan pamọ́ ni tí wọ́n ní ká má ti gbé síta kò ń ṣe nísìn lọ́jọ́ iwájú èmi wà nu mission nígbà tá a fẹ́ lọ́jà mo wà nù mission mo wà nù ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ ilé confam èmi ọ̀sẹ̀ nígbà tí mo lọ́lé mo jókòó sínú ilé mo náà bíbò bá ti ní ó yá mo ń tẹ̀lé lọ nìyẹn èmi wà nù mission púpọ̀ nù yóò lọ ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ lè lọ ẹ̀ lè lọ́lé ṣèbẹ́ ní ìwé ẹ̀yin náà lọ́lé náà ṣèbẹ́ mi náà ní ìwé mo ṣe lọ́lé gbogbo yín ní ìwé ẹ lọ́lé náà kẹ́ lọ jókòó tí Ìgbòho jókòó síta máa pariwo òṣì èmi wà nù mission mo tẹ̀lé wọn sí mission kò ń ṣe mission kan méjì mẹ́ta nígbà tí mo lọ́lé 6 months ni mo lò nílé kẹ́gẹ́rà ọ̀jàre ẹ lè bá rí èmi àti Ìgbòho jẹ́ mo tọ́jú gbogbo orúkọ yín for now ẹ lọ pe Ìgbòho mo ti nífẹ̀ẹ́ jù yẹn lọ ìwọ tó ṣe yẹn mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ìgbòho rẹ̀ ń fọ̀rọ̀ pamọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe ní fọ̀rọ̀ pamọ́ nìyẹn ẹ pe Ìgbòho ẹ gbé bó ṣe ń ṣe yín lọ́jà rí ẹ jẹ́ àwọn agbádùn ilé lọ kí n ṣe sáré ṣe sáré ìlú rẹ̀ kí n ṣe owó tì ẹ lè pa Ìgbòho lọ́lẹ́ pa ó máa parí iṣẹ́ ìdílé ìlòṣìlò gbé máa fi fọ́lọ́ bá rẹ̀ pé. ṣe sùúrù gan-an. ẹ̀sùn mọ́ bí.
olóyè ayé ẹ má bá mi ká lọ. ẹ ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbéyàwó ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lẹ́nu mi.
kí la gbé kí la jù lóde tó yẹn èlò láàrin ìgbọ̀n lórí platform àárín 20,000 pounds owó táwọn kan fi ń stop mu champagne níjọ́ Friday ní London ẹ lè bàrin àjò yìí jẹ́ ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa ẹ lè bá jẹ́ ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa.
igi ńlá yìí wà lóhun tó máa fi ṣàràbà lórí oníwíwọ́ ní káràbà ìlọ́wọ́ láwùjọ igi onílé wò ó kò máa gbọ́dọ̀ wò ó.
ìyàwó mi tún rán mi létí ọ̀dẹ̀dọ̀lá nìyẹn ní sí ló fi 3 million pounds 3 million pounds níbi tẹ́bí ń pa àwọn èèyàn ní Nàìjíríà ó lọ fi àyà yacht níbo lọ́tẹ̀dọ̀lá ti rówó ṣe bí ní Nàìjíríà ló ti rówó ṣé ta lọ́tẹ̀dọ̀lá ló ti rówó ẹ̀ ẹ̀bẹ́ yóò gbọ́ pọ́tẹ̀dọ̀lá rent yacht for 3 million pounds àdá 20,000 pounds lánàá fi raise ìyẹn lẹ ti ń pariwo kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín mọ́mí wa Janet Martin mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹwà my sister I love you so much ẹ má bínú gbogbo yín ẹ fi máa wáìn mi àbí owó tèmi ń raise òun ló affect platform tó kù ọ̀rọ̀ jágbajàgba èlò ni mo raise àìtí raise 50,000 pounds kò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bàrìn àjò 50,000 pounds ta raise pẹ̀lú kinní náà jẹ́kọ́ nìyẹn ní last year ṣé torí mo dákẹ́ tí yẹn ń sọ jágbajàgba GOTV mo dákẹ́ fún gbogbo yín ni ẹni àwọn adáṣírí KOIKIMEDIA lọ́wọ́ àwọn record the voice gbogbo yín pátápátá rẹ́kọ̀dì yín báyìí àwa hold ẹ̀ ni journalist lèmi kò ṣe nísìn ẹja débi táwọn lọ náà.
ọba òsàn fúnra ni òyìnbó ṣe ń pa wá.
ó tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn bọ́ ṣe ń pa wá àwọn wèrè.
ṣó wá sùn ọkàn má dé ọmọ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ó
ó jáwọ́ tì gbowó ṣá.
àwọn àgbààgbà ikọ̀ wọn kò tẹ́ra mú odò sí wa kó wà láyé lọ.
báwa ń bẹ̀rù anybody. ọlọ́run nìkan làwọn bẹ̀rù àbẹ̀rù anybody ojú ṣe wà báyìí. ọlọ́run nìkan ni mo bẹ̀rù bẹ̀rù anybody o ọlọ́run tó dá mi nìkan ni mo bẹ̀rù I don't fear anybody o ìyá tó bí mi dẹ̀ mọ̀ I don't fear anybody níbi tá a gbé nísìnyí tí a lè fẹ́ máa bẹ̀rù. ẹlòmíì ní mo sọ fún yín pé ẹni ìgbàgbọ́ yín gan kò dúró sometimes máa ń wọ́n dà tẹ́ bá ń sọ pé Christian Muslim oníṣẹ̀ṣe ni ìgbàgbọ́ yín ò dúró àná àfi lọ́nà ọdún ẹlòmíì àti máa bèrè pé ṣé ní ọdún yìí náà ni gbàtẹ́ ẹni ìgbàgbọ́ yín ò dúró náà tí ẹni tí gbàgbọ́ ẹ̀ bá dúró á máa bèrè pé ṣé ní ọdún yìí náà ni kí wọn kọ́ máa pè ẹjọ́ mú wọn wọ Starr Radio nísìnyí o a dẹ̀ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ Instagram ẹlòmíì faith yín kò strong àwa gan tó dẹ̀ pé àwa gan díẹ̀díẹ̀ làwa gan ṣe nínú ẹ̀sìn ọkàn wa balẹ̀ ọkàn wa dúró tán àṣeyèméjì ọ̀tẹ̀dọ́lá nìyẹn £3 million ló fi lọ gba yacht ní kíni a pè Ìgbòho ẹ lọ ń pè Ìgbòho pé Koiki ń raise owó lórí platform ṣé bèbí ni mí ni sọmọdé ni mí ni so èmi ò lè raise owó lórí platform mi àbí nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ kọ́ nìyẹn mo lè raise owó lórí platform mi má ṣe o tẹ̀mọ̀ Yorùbá nation má tẹ̀ ó má tẹ̀ wá pé àwọn àríire báyìí o àwọn àríire báyìí o má ṣe o anyway ó kù díẹ̀ náà ni àwọn èèyàn lọ ń kidnap lójoojúmọ́ 5 daughters of ex-accountant general by country ó ṣe free after 7 months ọlọ́run ló mẹ́rin tó sàn èèyàn kan tún send message nísìn 15 million ní àwọn family ẹni yẹn wọn náà ti jí gbé láti mú ní kíni kí n ṣe ẹ lọ bá gọ́vnà yín yanjú ẹ̀ fún yín lọ bá gọ́vnà yín kó bá yín sort it out ẹ lọ gbọ́ bàbá kíni wòlíì tó máa ń ṣe ọ̀sẹ̀ bí mo sọ fún yín pé problem ń bọ̀ èyí tẹ́ bá ń sọ níbi ìwà ìkókò ẹ̀ nígbàgbọ́ náà bàbá prophet Adébáyọ̀ ẹ lọ gbọ́ mo ṣe gbọ́ fídíò wọn tó ṣe 12 hours ago tó ń sọ fún gbogbo àwọn gọ́vnà pé come make sure pé wọ́n protect the border area wa Ogun State Lagos State pé kọ́ kó àwọn security síta àti Ọ̀yọ́ State problem ń bọ̀ èmi torí pé ẹ̀tìrì tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń jáde tó ń bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pa àwọn èèyàn wa ara yín máa bù máa ṣọ owó tẹ̀ fi nọ́mbà yẹn ẹ máa fowó bẹ̀ wá máa sọ fún yín pé náà ẹ sẹ́ndẹ̀ sílé ṣáwà là ń béèrè owó nísìn ṣé onígbà tó bá jáde nísìn tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fìbọn tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn ṣeré ó rà pé ẹ mọ̀ pín kọ́ ẹ rò pé àwọn terrorists kíá nípa anything terrorists ò kíá terrorists don't care how many people die whether arúgbó àbí kékeré àbí kíní terrorists don't care you think terrorists care ṣé owó táwọn ní ká dáná nísìn ni ẹ ti ń sọ de kíní máa ṣí àlínkì ẹ lọ gbọ́n tí bàbá yẹn sọ lọ prophet Ṣẹ́gun Adébáyọ̀ ẹ lọ gbọ́ wọ́n ṣe release ẹ ní 14 hours ago máa share link yẹn ẹ lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ kẹ lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ síbẹ̀ ẹ rò pé terrorist ò care how many people die èmi ò nẹ́mi lèmi fẹ́ sọ gbogbo problem out but ìwọ̀nba táwa bá lè ṣe we will do it àwọn raise 20,000 pounds làwọn raise lẹ́tí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n affect another platform. But how come 20,000 pounds is affecting another platform? Mo tẹ understand it. Wọ́n pè Ìgbòho. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho tẹ̀ ń pè yẹ. Bẹ́ẹ̀mi àtẹ̀ṣe wà lélẹ̀. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè wá rìn wa. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ lè wá rìn wa. Ẹ kàn waste time ara yín ni. Màá share link yẹn. Ẹ lọ gbọ́ Prophet Adébáyọ̀ wọ́n wà lórí YouTube. Ẹ lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. He's telling the 3 governors to protect the territory very well. Think it's a joke. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn terrorists jáde kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yìnbọn tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn ìgbà yẹn everybody máa sunkún káàkiri. I join studio jàre mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o ṣe lọ gbọ́wọ́ jẹ́ o ẹ pé Ìgbòho Koiki ṣé èmi wá jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí 419 ṣé náà 419 ní mí 419 ní mí ni mò ń raise owó àbí mò ń fowó yẹn jó gẹ́lẹ́dẹ̀ ṣé 419 ní mí ṣé mi jẹ́gẹ́ bí hush puppy ṣé hush puppy lèmi àbí ìbọn ṣọ́ọ̀pì lọ́fẹ́ sentence 11 years ní sílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà tó ń ṣe fraud káàkiri ṣé fraud lèmi ṣe lórí Yorùbá nation orí yín ò pè gbogbo yín increase jojúmọ́ àwa jókòó sí bíbá títí dòru àná ni èmi àti ìyàwó mi là àárọ̀ àtútù jí nísìn ẹlòmíì a ní kọ́ send flag sí yàn láàárọ̀ yìí tẹ́bárí mo ti pẹ́ nìyẹn láàárọ̀ yìí mo ti gẹ́tẹ̀ ni mo ní kọ́ wá píkẹ̀ fún rẹ ni wọ́n wá ní 1,500 tẹ́bárí ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọsán sí wọn pé kọ́kọ́ send flag sí 1,500 kódà ó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ mí gan a ní kó wá collect flag yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ bá fi flag yẹn sí inú mọ́tò tó ń lọ sí Sango kò sọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ tán lórí 1,500 inú tẹ̀ bí mi mo ní ó yẹ kó gbé flag yẹn padà wálé ni ṣèbọ́ fẹ́ là ń fún yín ìyí tí bá sọ pé pick up ni 1,500 kò ń ṣe pé torí pé poverty wọn lé náà ni tóun bá fi wá collect flag yẹn ṣé kò ní sanwó láti ilé ẹ̀kọ́ wá gbà ẹ ṣe sùúrù gan gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ń lé ẹ ṣe sùúrù gan mo sọ fún yín ẹ yé pé Ìgbòho ẹ ń waste time ẹ̀yin ni ẹ dẹ̀ má sọ pé kàn bá bí afraṣe ẹ kó bó ṣe ṣe lọ mo sọ fún yín pé Nnamdi Kanu ló pe àwa kò ṣe pàwọn àlọ́ bá wọn wọ́n mọ important wa náà ni 9 minutes pass ẹ má bínú ẹ kì í ti join studio nìsín tí ń dúró dè mí sọ fún yín ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù gan èmi ò ń ṣe mídíà tí ẹ lè intimidate o kàkà kẹ́ intimidate máa frustrate gbogbo yín ẹ ṣe sùúrù gan ni mo sọ.
To the program, it is Starr Radio, okay? It is your Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 10 minutes past the top of the hour. And that means that it's time for us to bring you the one and only, yes, the white lion himself, Mr. Olayomi Koiki in the house. And say welcome to every one of you on all the other platforms as well. Anthony Adedeji and all of you there. But Yomi, let me say massive good morning to you.
Well, a very good morning to you, and I hope you can hear me back in the studio.
Loud and clear.
A very good morning to you, Mr. Archie, and I hope you had a very good rest yesterday. And it's good to see you back again in the studio this morning. I say good morning to all our listeners and viewers, and I have quite a lot of them that have joined us on the sister broadcast on the other side here this morning. Good afternoon to those that are watching in Nigeria. This is Starr Radio UK. It is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. I come back straight to you back in the studio.
Yes, how are you doing, sir?
Well, as usual, doing very well. Quite a lot, pressure, but this is what we do, and this is what we love to do in the last, decades, as we continue to create humanity across, Ghana, Kenya, and all over the world. And I can only say, it's good to be back. I'm doing very well. What about yourself?
Yeah, doing very well. I had some problem. You remember Friday I told you that
told
I
me,
had
yes.
some...
I hope that has been resolved now.
Still resolved now. Yesterday it was resolved. And
because the weather is going to change on us very soon, and the last thing anybody wants to make sure that the heating is not working, and also, so you got to get that right. If not, the children, especially if you have them in the house, or if you have the elderly ones, it could be a lot of problem as well.
Yeah, interestingly, back in Africa, you know how to boil water, pour it in a bucket, go put it in the bathroom. They don't know that.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that, yeah. Mm.
Wow. Well, we thank God we are doing well, and we are happy to be back. And to all of you who sent me lovely messages, yes, I'm back, and I'm glad to be back as well. What you want to say, guys, is good afternoon, Mr. Archie, Mr. Koiki, and the rest of the team. Good afternoon to you. More you are. I hope you also had a very nice day yesterday. And as we say all the time, Nigeria has not happened to any of us. You're doing well. Okay, now let's move on to the story speaking around. Autumn rejects Atiko's presidential bid. BDP keeps, it's quite an interesting issue going on, because I was thinking that let's put Oduduwa, let's put the IPOB and the Igbo, everything aside. And I was thinking, okay, let's take these two major parties to be the ones who are, the power brokers in the country. And I was looking at the APC, where we will look at everything that the APC has done for the past almost 8 years, and it's all been absolute rubbish. So this is about time where the PDP could have taken a bold step to actually, wrest the power from them. But what is happening in the PDP? My goodness, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think the problem in Nigeria is something, going back to when PDP were in power for 16 years. Would have thought, 16 years, a lot of changes, could have happened in the life of an average Nigerian. 16 years after, PDP left, people thought, we were bringing APC, for a new change, and a new level. And eventually, when you now calculate the 16 years plus the 7 years, it's just as exactly of a waste of time for so many Nigerians today. A country that has, vast amount of resources. Those resources have not been used properly, for those average Nigerians. And yesterday is just a case study. One of the, the young Yoruba that traveled to Kwara State, for a rally. Yesterday, I was told died, and I was told the reason why he died was he was trying to struggle, to give food on the table for the loved ones by carrying 15 bags of rice on a motorbike. He actually slipped. He died on the spot. The other one is still in the care, where his leg has broken. If Nigeria was walking, the father will not do a little bit more, or we do more just as we have it here. We have a lot of parents that are not working for so many reasons. And we have ones that are working, but they still get the support from the government. So what has actually happened is, let me give you, this is $1. $1 today in Nigeria is now almost close to 900 naira. And this literally means that $1 is an average, according to the United Nations, you need $2, for you to survive a day. An average Nigeria does not even have half of these. That is why Nigeria remains the poverty capital of the world.
Well, listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. The question is, will the election, the 2023 election, hold or not? That's what a lot of people want to find out. Will the election hold or not? But we want to know what you think. Let me acknowledge Moyiwa Seneca and then Oluola. Yes, thank you for welcoming me back. I hope you are doing very well. And Omobolaji Abdullahi says, Mr. Archie, God bless you, and Mr. Koiki. God bless you too, Omobolaji. Yes, I hope you are doing very well, and your family as well. And let us know, what do you think? With everything that is going on, the brakes have not been, pulled. So we seem to be gathering momentum towards 2023 general elections. But who do you think is in pole position? Mr. Obi, yesterday I heard Mr. Olami talking about Mr. Obi, where he went for a conference or something of the sort, and they were calling the name that this one is from Obi's camp, and he said nobody should say this one is from Obi's camp and stuff like that. So you could see that there is that anger against about who is in pole position.
Well, I think, when you look at the momentum on the ground, people are already tired of, the PDP and the APC. So they are saying, the new era of a Labour Party, which is Peter Obi. In as much as Peter Obi is also a politician, a one-time governor of Anambra State, but they are looking at him from a different point of view that, it can change, the dynamic, it can bring the peace and unity that Nigerians are looking for. It can actually make our passport, a very important passport, because I was actually looking at the passport index around the world today. To travel with a Nigerian passport within African country, you will need a visa to go to South Africa. That is a total unacceptable, looking at, what Nigeria did for South Africa. But again, this is the kind of, system as we have it today. So if I look back into, why people support, Peter Obi as against Atiku and Tinubu, is because they are fed up of the two parties. In as much as they are not looking at it that, maybe should we dissolve the country will be better. But I think, when I was given a breakdown yesterday, during my late night conversation, and I said, my grandfather was not a Nigerian. He was born before 1914. But the reason he had to accept in Nigeria or being a Nigerian is because, the weapon that was put on their head by the, the colony during those eras. So he had no choice, just as so many people. My father was born, after the 1914, so he automatically became a Nigerian. I was born after, that as well, and I became a Nigerian. But if we remove, the first two generations before my grandfather, we were not Nigerian. We were what we call the Southern Protectorate and the Northern Protectorate. But something changed along the line, which was the crown. The crown is the one that we see, during the death of Prince Elizabeth, where that crown was actually kept on the coffin. And I didn't realize that it was actually screwed on it until my wife said to me that it was actually screwed because somebody could want to steal it, And then when you now look at what the crown have done, almost all the decision of Nigeria was right here at the parliament. And you wonder, can we continue with that kind of decision or not? So just to give you the record again this morning, Sir Ahmadu Bello described the 1914 amalgamation as a mistake of 1914. He was right. Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was the first Prime Minister of Nigeria, said repeatedly, there is no Nigerian unity. That Nigerian unity is only British intention for Nigeria. And the Nigerian people themselves are diverse in every way and have no desire to unite. How these three political parties would like to unite us into 2023 is something that some of us are still trying to wonder. But if I go back again, when the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo proposed that the secession clause be written into the Nigerian constitution, which has already been taken up because the first constitution we had was the Latin, constitution going into the 1960 independence. That was changed in 1963. The whole constitution that brought the unity of Nigeria has been destroyed after the coup in 1966-67. And the question now is, the fraudulent 1999 constitution has no way, to keep us together because that constitution does not respect the rule of law. And that is why somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still held in the court. So many cases of injustice is still happening. And just to finish it up, Sir Ahmadu Bello agreed. General Yakubu Gowon, as the military head of state following the July 1966 coup, made the following deep statement, suffice it to say, putting all consideration to test, politically, economically, as well as social, the basis of Nigerian unity is just not there.
Well, if you are listening to us, among those who are making their rounds, the parties, the OB, ABC, the PDP, who do you think is talking more unity and has the plans? And you believe that, well, maybe we have to take a chance on this one. I want to know more about that. But let me acknowledge some more messages. Sodiq Olakunle, hello to you as well. Omobolaji says, Omobolaji, thank you very much. Listening to us all the way from Dubai. Thank you very, very much. Pastor Momo, a blessed morning to you both on Star Radio. You are doing a good job. Nigeria is a scam. We have to dissolve Nigeria to preserve lives. Well, it's also true. But it's all coming away from Star Radio. Okay, let's now move on to some other stories making the rounds. Nigerian banks accused of stealing money from customers' accounts. How?
Well, if you remember, it still happened today, but you have the option, especially, some of those small little corner shop, you have to pay £1.25 to withdraw, a £10. When you look at, the case of Nigeria, for every 1,000 naira you put in there, the bank will remove 50 naira. And not just that alone, it's because of the tax that has been put levy, which is about 2.5. And that literally means that whether you are rich or poor, when the money goes in there, there will always be a deduction. And that has become, a very, very problem, for those that probably don't even have enough. But the headline this morning, says Nigerian bank accused of stealing money from customers' account. Bank customer in Nigeria have lamented the rising spat of illegal withdrawals, which is different from the one I've just talked about. We've seen people, money being removed, but it might not even come back to you. And that is what the headline says. Bank customer in Nigeria have lamented the rising spat of illegal withdrawals from their account. EFCC, the Economic Financial Crime, accused bank ICT staff of stealing customers' money. It happens around the world. So Nigeria is not just the only place as well. Customers who were victims of the alleged illegal withdrawal on Monday in Abuja urged authority to address the trend urgently. According to Ellen, a customer with one of the new generation banks, says, no wonder the Central Bank of Nigeria said there's so much money in the hands of Nigerians outside the bank, people are beginning to lose hope in some of the commercial banks. Starr Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Well, that is quite a scary one, because you're putting your money in the bank thinking that your money is going to be there. They are charging you. If it's illegal charging, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. So if I have 5,000 or call it 1,000 naira there, I'm going to lose 500. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, for every money you put in there, 2.5% is levy on the money.
2.5%?
Yeah.
It's taken away.
Yeah, take it away, straight away.
Interesting. Well, what do you think? If you're listening to us, have you experienced anything of the sort? And what is the government saying about it? How is it going to help our citizens to know that, well, we have to be putting our monies in the bank rather than carrying money? Because if they're carrying money, you are kidnapped or you are, whatever happens, abducted, and they take that money from you. You become a target. So what about that? But somebody will also say that, well, whether with money or not, people are being targeted. So what is the problem there? We have to just get on with it. But whatever it is already okay. We want to know more about what you think. The time now is 11:25, and I'll go back to Yomi for what is happening when it comes to Hush Puppy and our man in Nigeria who is expected to be extradited to the US, but we've not heard anything from him. Over to you, John.
Well, finally, it seems, judgment is coming for Hush Puppy. After years of flaunting wealth, Mr. Archie, he actually flaunt those wealth. And I'm not sure, whether he thought he would get away with it, or probably just as so many people, have done in the past. He's not going to be the first criminal, but he will now be spending 11 years in the prison. U.S. court sentenced Hush Puppy to 11 years in prison for internet fraud and money laundering. He's also the famous Instagram celebrity has now been ordered to pay back, guess what, $1,732,841 US in restitution to 2 fraud victims. A prolific international fraudsters who conspired to launder tens of millions of dollars through a series of online scams and flaunting his luxury crime-funded lifestyle on social media has now been sentenced yesterday to 135 months in the federal prison. Ramon Olorunwa Abbas, known as Hush Puppy, 40 years old Nigerian national, also known by his Instagram handle, Ray Hush Puppy, has been sentenced and now been ordered to pay back almost 1.7 million US dollars back to some of his victims. We also know that Abbas pleaded guilty in the early hours of, last year, April, to 1 count of conspiracy to engage in money laundering. He was actually arrested in Dubai, United Arab Emirates in June 2020 rather, and has remained in the federal custody since his expulsion from the United Arab Emirates. You did ask about what is going on with Abba Kyari. It seems the federal government of Nigeria is protecting Abba Kyari from being extradited back to United States of America. So we still wait on the outcome of that. But what we do know is after 11 years, Hush Puppy might have to either claim an asylum, but if not, it would then have to be returned back to Nigeria. You talked about, Ike Kerimadu. Yes, Sonia and the mother appeared yesterday, at the Old Bailey, where the case continued, for the Ike Kerimadu. And the headline says, Ikeremadu's daughter in the UK court for human trafficking. The Sonia, the daughter of the federal lawmaker Ike Ikeremadu, yesterday appeared in the court over the accusation of trafficking homeless man into UK to harvest his organs for her. According to what we have, the younger Ikeremadu was accused alongside her father, Ike Ikeremadu, 60 years old, and mother, Beatrice Ikeremadu, 56, and another 50-year-old doctor, Obina Obata, of conspiracy to arrange the travel of another person with a view of exploitation. That is not something allowed here in the UK, but when we go back to what the colony did, there was a lot of exploitation, and we can go on and on that. But for now, it's a crime for you to bring in anybody for exploitation or human trafficking. The case has now been adjourned where a plea, but the trial date has been set for January 31, 2023, rather than May. It seems that the Ikekere-Madu are not going home anytime yet, as the activities in Nigeria continue. Also, while we talked about that, the EFCC confiscated quite a lot of properties, from Ikekere-Madu. That was about 2 days ago over the weekend, and we can touch on that. Ikekere-Madu will have to defend himself over 45 property, according to Onhainze. Onhainze Indigbo Worldwide, the social, political, and social cultural group of the Southeast Extraction, on Saturday has urged the Federal High Court to allow the embattled Senate Ikekere-Madu to defend his ownership of 40 landed properties order for interim forfeiture. Justice Inyang of the Federal High Court on Friday ordered an interim forfeiture of 40 landed properties linked to the former Deputy Senate President. Imagine 40 properties, some of them in Dubai, London, US. While a lot of Nigerians are there in Dubai struggling, so many Nigerians, the landed properties were 15 in Abuja, 10 in Enugu in his home state, 1 in Lagos, 2 in United Kingdom, 3 in United States, and 9 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Wow, quite a lot of property there. 11:29, I'm going to take one more, come back again to you in the studio if you've just joined us. This is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bajabi Amila, least reason federal government won't pay ASU fully. We'll be going back into more of the strike from ASU. And the last one before we come back, North thinks restructuring is all about resources control. According to the former Anambra State Governor, Dr. Chukwumeka Efe is an Harvard-trained economics and president of the Igbo Elders Consultative Forum. He speaks about the call for an Igbo presidency, and while Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi is the best choice. You are a stakeholder, a question was asked, in Nigeria project, and have been vocal advocate for One Nigeria as 2023 election approach. Do you have any fear given what is going on in Nigeria or in the country? This is a response. Well, thank you. I have fears, but the fears are not founded. No group in Nigeria, considering the group's true long-term interest, will regret what seems to be coming to Nigeria. A new Nigeria is manifesting. Which group in Nigeria will be against proper economic development, exclusive economic development? Nigeria is developing into a superpower, as if God destined it for unmatched greatness. Which group in Nigeria will be against reasonable peace? Question mark. Is it my own group? Question mark. We have voted our feet for One Nigeria in spite of what the government has been doing to us, excluding us, marginalizing us, etc. Many of us, especially the older ones, are still talking about One Nigeria. We know that One Nigeria properly structured will be the best for the Fulani? Question mark. Star Radio UK. I'll come back again to you in the studio, Mr. Archie.
Well, listeners, Mr. Olaimi for you, bringing you updates from Nigeria. Bringing the time now to 11:31. Let's move on to some other stories that I have just come across. Just bear with me. If you cannot see me, you can still see Mr. Olaimi for on as well. So whilst we get to that team. Okay, Oluola says having property not the problem. Why Fulani EFCC going after him now? That is the question that the statement that he is also making. Why are they going after him now? That is a big question there. What do you think? What do you think, Omobolaji? What do you think? Omobolaji says we are here facing a lot of residents and visa ban. Yes, that's what he's saying, talking about Dubai, where he is at the moment. Where we know that Pyramid has got some properties there. Maybe we need to find out, and then you guys can go and live there for free.
Why not? It can be open up for so many Nigerians that are struggling, just to have somewhere to sleep, until Ikekere-Madu court case is finished and he can retake his property back from them.
Of course. I think they'll be keeping it safe.
So that's about nine properties. Well, I believe, those properties rented out, giving him return back every month or every week, while more Nigerians are struggling, for their daily meal. It's just unbelievable. One of the politicians in Nigeria in the Kogi state had $625 million cash found in his possession, last week. And you wonder, in a country where eating 3 square meals is a big problem. So I do agree with those in United Arab Emirates, going through a very, very tough time, when it comes to their resident permit and, so many other issues when it comes to welfare of Nigerians that are living there.
Shamsuddin says, God bless you, Yoruba Nation. He says, yes, Yoruba Nation, now. I mean, if that is the solution to it, why not? Why not? Somebody say, bring it on. Okay. Now, let's move on straight. There's one story that I just come across, and let me put it across. But for those of you British citizens who will want to travel to Nigeria today, the British government has once again, through its Foreign Commonwealth Development Office, advised its citizens against traveling to 22 states in Nigeria. This is coming barely 14 days after the UK and US government, alongside a few other countries, raised alarm over possible terror attacks in Abuja and may not be unconnected with the high rate of insecurity across the country. The states, let me see, I don't know whether Yomi has got that story.
Yeah, I've got it here. Again, UK warns citizens against traveling to Nigeria. It seems that the UK government knows so much about what is about to happen, but it seems those at home are probably not being fed well, as Lai Mohammed is saying that all this is just the Western world trying to portray a different narrative. The United Kingdom has again warned its citizens against traveling to some Nigerian states, including Abuja, the nation's capital, following its initial terror alert it issued last year. The UK, the US, the Canada, Ireland, Australia, Germany, Bulgaria were among countries that warned their citizens to avoid essential travel in Nigeria and keep away from crowded places. Some of these countries' citizens have reportedly been asked to consider leaving the country over imminent terror alert. Some of those places, like you did mention, according to the Foreign and Commonwealth travel advice, exist to inform British nationals so that they can make decisions about traveling abroad. There continue to be numbers of states in Nigeria where we advise British nationals against all but essential travel. This includes Bauchi State, Kano State, Jigawa State, Niger State, Sokoto State, Kogi State, which is towards the southwest, Abia State, Plateau State, Taraba State, within 20 kilometers of the border with Niger Republic in Kebbi State, and non-riverine area of Delta, Bayelsa, and Rivers State. We also advise against all travel to Borno State, Yobe State, Adamawa State, Gombe State, Kaduna State, Katsina State, Zamfara State, and the riverine of the Delta, Bayelsa State, Rivers State, Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State, according to the statement. It seems that the British government is giving this advice warning not just to the British citizen, but I believe this advice should also be adhered to Nigerians at home to take precaution. And just that behind you is what the map looks like this morning on Star Radio UK.
Well, listeners, it is Starr with a map behind Mr. Lai Nikoiki. I'll show you exactly which states that the British government is one in the Commonwealth of its foreign citizens on traveling to. But whatever it is, we hope that you are keeping yourself safe, and as we say, may Nigeria not happen to you. We'll go back to Yomi for the rest of the stories and what is happening with social media.
Well, social media is where we picked this information this morning. The Nigerian passport currently ranks on number 96, placed according to the Guide Passport Ranking Index. The world's most powerful passport, if I have a Japan passport, is number 1, Singapore number 2, South Korea number 3, Germany, Spain, Finland, Italy, Luxembourg, Austria. But it seems that we are just as close to Iran, which is number 102, and Afghanistan at number 112. So Nigerian passport ranking this morning is ranking at number 96. And that takes us now to the social media. Arise TV is trending, and because of the engagement that they had over the weekend, where the Labour Party, the Atiku that could not attend, but Okowa represented. Tinubu was just about 8 minutes drive away. He could not be bothered, according to his spokesman says Tinubu was too busy to attend debate. So Arise is trending because there was a lot of hoo-la-la that took place over the weekend right there. But when we look at other news trending on the social media, which is the only way that Nigerians communicate and put their anger, count down Biafra, 117 days, 117 days, is coming from Simon Ekpa this morning. And again, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejimafo, DSS seeking Nnamdi Kanu's death by refusing him access to a needed medical care. A very, very strong warning again that Nnamdi Kanu is still, being held, and yet, is not getting enough medical attention. It seems that tomorrow we might have that audio ready where Benue State Governor was actually saying that he would not vote for Atiku, a Fulani man, over his dead body. Wow. And he's a PDP member, so I'm not sure how that is going to all happen as we speak. So let's now go directly and look at Nigeria as a word on the social media and what more is coming out of Nigeria. Again, a lot of news coming out. The Nigerian Secret Police, the DSS, deny Nnamdi Kanu medication for 4 days. Is now exposing him to chronic ulcer and heartburn, according to the lawyer. We pray that the government will listen to everyone around the world that Nnamdi Kanu must not die in the custody of the DSS. Again, more other headline. Dele Farotimi says, with all due respect, anyone requiring a debate between myself and the Abba-made Oyibo before deciding on how to vote in the coming election has to be either foolish or intellectually indolent. The destruction of Nigeria by its principles and party requires no debate to prove that. Again, according to Simon Ekpa, seeking exit of the Igbo extraction out of Nigeria for hearing on January 27. And as just 1-2 more before we finally come back to you in the studio, Sarah, breaking, business as usual is no longer any option in Nigeria. Election, please go get your PVC. And the last one there that I have here, according to UK advises citizens, is again visiting 22 states in Nigeria. The UK has cautioned its citizens from traveling against 22 states. This was contained in a press release by the British High Commissioner in Abuja, Catherine Lang. Starr Radio UK is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And I'm going to return back to you now in the studio, Mr. Archie.
Yes, listeners, Mr. Olaimi for you. Let's quickly look at this. When it comes to Nnamdi Kanu's case at the moment, what are the appeal court? Is it the Supreme Court that they went to get a bit of clarity from there? Was it that the federal government went to? Did they go to the appeals court or the Supreme Court?
Well, the government is actually at the Supreme Court, and as it is right now, it seems that the government has filing a new appeal against the outcome of the judgment that Nnamdi Kanu had the last couple of days. But what we can say is looking at the report, I have that from the Aloy Ejimako, and it says the application experience in the hands of the agent of their respondent, the refusal of the agent of respondent to allow the applicant access to his medication and the family. So what we are saying now is there is, this issue where the federal government doesn't believe that, releasing Nnamdi Kanu, is going to be in their own interest, because the government believes Nnamdi Kanu is a flight risk. So that means if they release him, he will definitely have to, one way or the other, leave the country. But they are not saying exactly why Nnamdi Kanu had to run away from his life, just like Chief Sunday Igboho did, last year. Nnamdi Kanu actually left Nigeria in 2017 when the government invaded his home. More than 10 people were killed, including a dog, and he had no other option than to flee for his life.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know that Kanu had to also flee. Well, they're saying that it's a flight risk. But if you give him the protection, or even allow him, his family and his friends to visit him, because after all, they told them to let him up or let him go, and yet they are still holding him. Okay, Dayukoye, he says the aspire country, and he's talking about Nigeria. He says Nigeria is aspired a long time ago. Well, what do you think there? Starr Radio, okay, 11:41. Yes, so was there a sit-at-home yesterday in the Southeast?
Well, the sit-at-home continue every Monday, and again, it's voluntary, but there are more, Biafrans, that are sitting at home, and all activities is shut down in the Southeast. A lot of money being lost, but it seems that the government is still not listening to what is about to happen, but it seems the Western world is already having a smell of what is about to happen, and they're advising, if you look at the map, like I showed you, there are more also area in the Southeast, but the British government is advising their citizens, not to travel at this particular time.
Okay, listeners, Starr Radio UK. Mr. Olaimi for the North London students, I'm out here in the South Studios. Tell me before we go if you have got any other stories.
Well, stay tuned with Franca and Archie, as Archie will take you through the rest of the program. I will be back again same time tomorrow. Follow us on all our social media handle. But for now, I leave you in the hands of Mr. Archie to take you through the rest of the program. For me, I'll say have a very good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching, and I'll be back again same time tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Bye for now.
Bye. Well, listeners, that has been Mr. Light.
Well, that is about it, this morning as usual. Emma Bino, we started, with a very strong warning, to those, that are still thinking that, I have to take permission, as a KOIKIMEDIA, before I run, campaign and all that. Thank you so much for all the super chat. Emma Bino, that I couldn't read the comment from the super chat that came in this morning. We will continue to raise funds on our platform. We will continue to support everyone, that wants to do whatever they have to do so that we can leave Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country. Look at what the British is advising their citizens to evacuate. But Ibola Masapeke in law, Tibanike kúrò ní Abuja, ẹ máa bi mí pé níbo lẹ máa lọ. Ẹ fi pa àwọn British citizens tán ní kó kúrò nísìn. Àwọn náà níbi tó yẹ wọ́n lè lọ. Wọ́n ní. But the problem is, where am I? My beautiful cap. Mo need the meal láti ṣe mí. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan dẹ̀ promise mi nìkan láti US. Tí send ẹ̀ sí mi ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ kí kíní kó máa pẹ́. Ó yẹ ká ti ní fìlà American tó máa ní. Adékúnlé bá mi ṣe àwọn tí ọ̀dọ́ yín yẹn tó máa ń fine gan. Ẹ máa bá mi gbé Yorùbá nation lé lórí. So ẹ má bínú èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, sometimes what they want to do is they want to frustrate somebody like me. You can't frustrate me, You can't frustrate me. You just frustrate yourself. If you don't want to work with me, fine. I am more than enough with the knowledge I have. I will educate people. I'll give you, look, this is $1, okay? $1. So don't wait, right? You wish that you have it, right? Yeah, it's good to have money like this. This is £1, okay? This is £1. Ǹjẹ́ ìwọ náà fẹ́ kí a ní Yorùbá nation tí owó wa máa ní the same value? I'm not being Yomi Koiki. The battery is running low. I need to end the broadcast. You can join KOIKIMEDIA on Instagram should you want to continue to watch us or all the other platforms. Oshegon Adekunle eba mi ṣe fìlà lọ́dọ̀ rí kẹba mi gbé Yorùbá. I love the American one. Kade fi sí post so that kémi náà lè máa dé irú ìtí wọn náà máa ń dé tí bá rí ẹ nínú mọ́tò ẹ̀. We will get the right news we are waiting for. Oh my jáde láìpẹ́. Some of you are like, o ti ń sọ yẹn ti pẹ́ jàre, ìyẹn kan tẹ̀ send message, tí ẹ bá lọ ṣe this, ojú máa tì yín. Àní púpọ̀ nu yẹn ò ní gbàgbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ anyway, so àwa nígbàgbọ́. Ìrìn àjò yìí ìrìn àjò Ọlọ́run ni, but Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá. Tí a bá fẹ́ ká compete pẹ̀lú global world, tá a fẹ́ lo Nigerian passport, the only option tó lè yọ wá nísìn ni pé ká kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Ká tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ní identity tiwa tó ń ṣe Nàìjíríà. Ká ní identity tiwa tó máa jẹ́ Yorùbá. Because identity Nàìjíríà yẹn ó ń fún wa ní problem ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Calling ourselves Nigerian is a big problem. It's having a big impact on our lives. And that impact is not helping anybody. Kò help èmi, kò help ìwọ. About ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbàgbọ́ make mega rally happen. Ó máa happen. Ẹ̀kanjú ni. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń béèrè pé ó máa happen. Bọ́n fẹ́ post kìíní British kìíní tí mo. Ó máa happen. It's just getting closer. And I always say that as much as it looks like, the days and the numbers are like, this thing they take long, this thing where they talk, say we go do super rally. It's taking longer, Mr. Koiki. Why is it taking longer? I will say that it's the same way that people never believed that Soviet Union was going to dissolve. Not everybody believed that Soviet Union was going to dissolve. Not everybody. Good morning, my sister, Modupe Oluwa Omotosho. Your item is been packed and is been shipped. You'll get it in Germany very soon, by God's grace. I've already organized for that. So it has been shipped. So you'll get it very soon. So as Soviet Union was almost like this. Imagine anybody in 1991 ní November tó bá sọ fún pé Soviet Union máa pín ní December, á ní no, kò lè possible. I'm telling you, Soviet Union was very powerful than Nigeria as at the time tó pín. They have more military, they have more weapons, they have more money, and they have more population. But what happened? Ó dissolved. Good morning, Okpeyemi. Wale Rangle, my brother, good morning. Mace Gold, good morning to you. Mickey Babs, good morning. And the rest of you. So if anybody is still doubting Thomas, thinking that I say your politician, they will run away. Trust me, it has happened, so shall their beliefs. Yeah. The politicians don't have the strength to contain what is about to happen. British is already preparing their people to run away. That's what the British government is doing. At 12 o'clock, I will end the broadcast. So I only have about 15 more minutes. Good morning, all the way from Ghana. The British is already advising their citizens. Mokinye Egbomi Akim Adio Razak. Isiaq Aderoju Mokinye. The British is advising their citizens to get the hell out of Nigeria. Mukimba Baba David. We will fight from prayer, from intellectual, from diplomacy. Yeah, Nigeria is damaging the Yoruba glories, but not everybody accept and agree to that. Everybody think that when I go into politics, I'll become a billionaire. You will steal money where there's no accountability. Mokin Egbomi Shegun Ono, Pastor Momo. Yeah, indeed, being called Nigeria is bringing the Yorubas and Biafra backwards. Having a union among the Biafra is not going to stop us from doing what we want to do when we have our own independent and sovereign nation. In the sovereign nation, you control that territory. Stop one thing. Imagine a Yoruba man wants to go to Benin Republic and we get stopped from going there. If we have Tabani Lutiwa, Kimason Botopo, Tabani Lutiwa, we can go around everywhere. Tabatini relationship with Benin, Ghana, Togo, we will travel there without any hiccup. Kilerup America, America, Toshin Lokakiri, Japan. Japan passport ni number 1 lágbàáyé. Mokin Egbomi Karunwe Abiodun. Passport Japan, òun ni number 1 ní àgbáyé. Ṣé má ẹ kọ́ fúlì yín pé ìtàn ṣe yìí kò fi dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ fi jẹ́ kí Tinubu lọ dìbò. No, ilé ń sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu mọ́. Ọdún mélòó ló kù fún Tinubu? Mo fún ní 100 years. Tóun bá kú kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Kàmáàtà sọ pé kíní after 8 years tí Tinubu bá lò ìjọba tán kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Because èyí tẹ́ máa sọ pé ọmọ èèyàn kì í ṣe ìdí bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀. Mo kí yẹn káàárọ̀ ìyá mi Tóyìn Akúnlóye. Nigeria is dead already. All everybody is looking for is ká wọnú government, ká suck nínú ẹ̀. But when you have a system, look, àwọn kan wá truck ní America, tán dẹ̀ make owó tó dáa. Mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó yẹ pé truck tó wà, ẹrù tó wà nínú ẹ̀, ẹrù Amazon, ó ṣòmí rí. Double barrel kìíní ni, ó ní méjì lẹ́yìn, ìkan ó tó attach kan mọ́ lẹ́yìn. Ẹrù tó wà nínú truck yẹn, ó know what $1 million if not more. Ó lé tóun náà máa gbà. Ó nígbà tó máa rest. So we will create a system till everybody máa lè wà okay. Àwọn ò fẹ́ create a system yẹn. Lè create a system yẹn nínú Nàìjíríà. Tá bá ń run it láti center tó ń pè l'Abuja. And problem tá dẹ̀ sọ fáwọn èèyàn nìyẹn. Kò ṣe pé I hate gbogbo àwọn politician nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. But in táwọn ṣe ni pé àwọn ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Kí ló ń pè lórílẹ̀-èdè? Èdè tí mò ń sọ yìí. Èdè tó ń jáde lẹ́nu mi in tó ń pè lórílẹ̀-èdè nìyẹn. Èdè kan ní Nàìjíríà, kò sí èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ yọ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì kúrò bí ìyá wa Onítìrí ṣe máa ń sọ. Ẹ yọ English kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Ẹ rí pé nonsense ni. But everybody nísìn ó fẹ́ jẹ chairman, ó fẹ́ jẹ House of Rep. Knowing fully well pé tá bá dá dúró náà ó mọye chairman tá máa ní, but a máa ní chairman tí kò ní máa threaten aráàlú. A máa ní representative tí kò ní agbára ju aráàlú lọ. Ìyẹn là ń sọ náà. Basic thing tá à ń sọ nìyẹn lójoojúmọ́. Yorùbá nation tẹ́ ń sọ yóò yé wa, kí lẹ fẹ́ kó tún yé yín jù yẹn lọ. Ṣebí nǹkan tá à ń sọ nìyẹn. Kí ayé rọrùn fún gbogbo wa, kó rọrùn fún mẹ̀kúnnù, kó rọrùn fún olówó. yes àwọn kan máa lówó jura wọn lọ àtayébáyé nìyẹn àwọn ṣèbí dàróṣà nìyẹn níbo ló wà nílì nísìn àbẹ́mọ̀ tó ń pè ní dàróṣà owó tó ní kò ṣe kékeré. Mo kí ìyá mi Adéníkẹ́ Òfì ibi nǹkan tá a sọ lójoojúmọ́ nìyẹn but ẹ fẹ́ máa ẹ à lè play politics nínú Nàìjíríà tó máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ play politics yẹn. Politics àmàlà àti gbẹ̀gìrì ni wọ́n ń play nínú Nàìjíríà politics gbẹ̀gìrì àtàmàlà òun ni wọ́n ń play kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ fáwa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dá dúró yes tó bá jẹ́ pé olórin yẹn tó bá need help wàá gbowó lọ́wọ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì. Mú kí ìyá mi Táíwò Kíkẹ́ mú kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin beautiful sisters wa wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ lọ bí kúrú níta wọ́n wà ní Oman ní Cairo wọ́n wà ní Kuwait wọ́n wà ní àwọn kan wà ní Afghanistan ní Iraq. Gbogbo wa ń sáré káàkiri bí ẹṣin oníwòlímọ̀. Kí ni gbogbo wa ń wá? À ń wá ìgbé ayé tó dáa fáwọn èèyàn wa nílé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìgbà Razak Kẹ́hìndé gbẹ̀gìrì àtàbùlà. So ẹ má yẹ ká fi sentiment sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbogbo àjọ gbé dùdú ẹ̀yìn àkájọ ṣe. Ẹ sọ pé kí Tinubu wá lọ ṣe. Ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu kọ́ lélẹ̀. Èmi máa ń sọ èmi ò hate Tinubu problem ti ẹ nìyẹn but in terms sọ ni pé kò lè perform irú miracle tẹ́ ń fẹ́ kò lè perform ẹ̀ ẹ má tọ́ra yín kò lè perform ẹ̀ because òun nìkan kọ́ ló máa control government yẹn Tinubu nìkan kọ́ ló máa control government yẹn that's what you don't know. Ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà. We seek complete control of our oil, bitumen, airport, seaport, land resources and forest reserve and tax revenue. Kí ló ń pè ní tax? Every time ó ní iye tí mo sọ fún government nílùú yìí owó yẹn ló fi ń tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wa àtọmọ tèmi àtọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Ibi tá à ń sọ nìyẹn kò ń ṣe pé mò ń bá àwọn mẹ́mbà PDP jà àbáyín jà but tá à ń sọ fún yín ni pé kò lè work níbi tọ́rọ̀ dé mọ́ nísìn kò lè work. Ṣé òkè nísìn èmi fẹ́ travel nísìn èmi lè travel torí pé èmi ní another document ìlú mi tó lè gbé mi lọ all over the world. Ìwọ ń kọ́ ṣé wọ́n nírú ẹ̀. But mo fẹ́ ká make sure pé tá a bá ní Yorùbá nation tá a bá tẹ̀lé lọ Amẹ́ríkà bá a bá lè lọ lù mí at least ká ní passport tiwa tó máa respect among other African countries. Intan sọ nìyẹn. Ìyàn mí pé Haúsá ní bá wa gbé mo máa ń sọ fún yín pé òyìnbó ní fingerprint tèmi lọ́wọ́ kódà tá a bá gba ìlú wa tán tá a bá ti gbà tán ó wà important pé a gbọ́dọ̀ gba fingerprint gbogbo everybody because fingerprint yẹn la máa fi mọ̀ pé tọ́lọ́pàá bá dẹ dúró lójú títì tó bá ti gbórúkọ ẹ̀ sí kódà tó bá lọ change ojú ẹ̀ kó change tó bá ti forúkọ ẹ̀ sí tó bá ti tẹ fingerprint ẹ̀ báyìí a mọ̀ pé the same person náà ni. Ìjẹ́mọ̀ye crime tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lójoojúmọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá gan tí wọ́n ti resolve. Iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tí gbogbo wa máa ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ni tó máa ṣe mọ̀ pé tíyàn bá pààyàn nísìn ojoojúmọ́ náà para wọn l'Amẹ́ríkà àwọn forensic máa débẹ̀ wọ́n máa wò òkè irú bullet wo lélẹ̀ òkè tí lè top manufacture nínú ilé wọn ni àbí wọ́n rà ni wọ́n á trace ẹ̀ pa everything is traceable. Ẹ máa kọ́ máa fún yín ní impression pé àmọ́ tá à ń sọ àgẹ Ìgbòho tó máa sọ fún wa pé ká dìde no a ní ká dìde sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gbogbo wa ká dìde àti ex-military àti present military. Ebi nǹkan tá à ń sọ nìyẹn nothing more than that. Kí ni Yorùbá nation kí a ní ìgbé àlàáfíà bó wà nù Nàìjíríà. Bàbá tó bí ẹ kò lálàáfíà tó fi kú ìyá tó bí ẹ kò lálàáfíà bàbá tó bí bàbá tiẹ̀ kò lálàáfíà ìwọ náà ní sí o ti ń dàgbà lọ ò lálàáfíà. So that's all we are saying. Èmi ò bá PDP àti APC àti Labour Party jà mo bá ń jà no I don't fight anybody. But what we are saying to you is ní allow yín kẹ́kọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa kẹ́tún ṣì wọ́n lọ́kàn. We are not going to allow that. And that is why we are saying enough is enough. Agbọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ndẹ̀ nínú ọdún iná ni. Ẹgbẹ́ báwo ló ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Bó ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà láti ń gbọ́ yìí. Bó ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀ mo ti ṣe analysis díẹ̀ lánàá máa tún ṣe sí later. Máa ṣe sí. Bó ṣe máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Àwọn kan fọwọ́ sí nígbà tó fẹ́ gba independent Nigeria kò ń ṣe gbogbo ìlú mọ̀ kò dẹ́ ṣe gbogbo ìlú fọwọ́ sí. So stop deceiving yourself. Stop making these flimsy excuse. Ọ̀rọ̀ owó tó wà ní bank lansọ ni àṣà máa ní currency tiwa. No, báwo lọ ṣe ní ṣebí ó ní kan tó ń ná tẹ́lẹ̀. òyìnbó currency lọ fẹ́ change ní Nàìjíríà nísìn currency ò ń ṣe tó lè tàbá ti agree pé nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́ lò á change currency wá dẹ̀ for everybody ní timeline báńkì tó bá sọ pé òun agree sí nǹkan ta fẹ́ kó move lọ sí north ó tó ilẹ̀ yẹn tóbi kó move lọ sí north kó move lọ táwọn Ìgbò bá fún wọn láyè. We have to go and that's the only option on the table. Nothing, no plan B, no plan A. Mo gbọ́ àwọn kan máa ní tí a bá wá lọ́nkọ́ tá a bá lọ ṣe báyìí tí Tinubu bá wá lọ ṣe kí ní kàn àgbẹ̀dẹ̀ gbogbo nonsense yẹn. What we are saying is the Yoruba nation or nothing else. Bówun ìkẹfọ́rí lagi. I hate to say it. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé politician wọ́n rà bọ́n sí yín lọ́wọ́ ta lẹ fẹ́ fi pa ṣáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá náà lẹ fẹ́ fi pa ṣá. Ẹ fẹ́ fi intawa sọ pé torí àwa náà fẹ́ Yorùbá nation ẹ̀yin náà fẹ́ politics ìyẹn lẹ́wọ́n fẹ́ fi ṣe jàǹbá fún wa. Kò sẹ́ni tó ní power to violent to monopoly. Violent èèyàn kan ò ní o. But why should we fight each other? Why should we fight each other? So all I can say again this morning is ẹ lọ fowó sínú àwọn ibi tó ní kẹ́ fowó sí tó bá dẹ̀ pé owó tèmi ń gbà lọ́nà ó ń delay owó tí ẹ fẹ́ fi sínú àwọn other account I'm sorry lè stop yẹn. That's all I can say. This is my platform and my platform will be used to support the Yoruba nation but kò ní mo ní wá stupid nítorí pé mo ń support Yoruba nation èmi náà wá nídìí support lórí platform wa ta fẹ́ fi ran àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́ owó táwọn èèyàn fún mi separate ni àwọn èèyàn fún mi lówó lójoojúmọ́ but pé a fẹ́ support mọ́ tán pè ní media ń raise owó anytime any day mo sọ fún yẹn púpọ̀ ní yóò mọ́ tán pè media èmi ò ń ṣe blogger púpọ̀ náà àwọn tajọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation blogging ló ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ media lèmi ṣe ẹ lọ wo record mi media ni mo ń ṣe láti ilẹ̀ I don't blog àwọn tó ń blog àwọn tó yẹ pé tíyàn bá ṣe program kan nísìn àwọn kan máa blog wọ́n máa blog mi àwọn tó ń pè blogging nìyẹn mo ní kan tó ń ṣe yẹn ò dáa but media lèmi ṣe ẹ lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Fatai Ogunribido ẹ lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn a ti mọra nísìn kan sọ̀rọ̀ almost 15 years lèmi àti bàbá wa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Fatai Ogunribido because he's a media mogul ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn orí ẹ̀ pé gan ẹ̀gbọ́n tẹ̀ ń wò yẹn ẹ lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n Fatai Ogunribido 15 years ago ní ma tí wọ́n ti mọ́ra ẹ lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá Oseni chairman media tọ́ṣẹ̀ resign yẹn we've known each other ṣe rò pé mo ṣe join ní ìjọrí mo ṣe Yorùbá nation mo á jókòó sí bíbà no I've always been in the media kí ló dé ń pè media kì í wo ojú kan you look at every sector nǹkan pè ní media nìyẹn èmi ò ṣe media àmúwo media Nàìjíríà wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú ni ìlú Nàìjíríà ní Nàìjíríà we look around the world nǹkan pè media nìyẹn you go on the news tẹ́ bá lọ sórí orí timeline mi mo subscribe sí gbogbo different network tí breaking news bá jáde nísìn máa rí lórí fóònù mi nǹkan pè media nìyẹn ṣé o ti bá wá jókòó sí bíbáyìí tí mo wá ń raise owó báwo lówó yẹn ṣe fẹ́ affect òmìnira account báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ affect central account báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ affect Yorùbá central account báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ affect gbogbo àwọn different donation tó ní kọ́ dá síbì kan tí mo tábà sọ fún mi tábà polówó ẹ̀ báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ affect ẹ̀ so torí pé mo ń ṣe Yorùbá nation nísìn so èmi náà ní right láti sọ pé èmi náà fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan báyìí mo ní mi mo fẹ́ fix gbogbo problem ìwọ̀nba tí n bá lè ṣe máa ṣe kólúkálukú lọ ṣe èmi nǹkan tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ nìyẹn owó wà ní record and everybody go and raise money so tó bá ní kọ́ lọ raise money èmi kéré láti raise money mo raise money mo kó fún wọn èmi mo raise owó mo kó fún wọn èmi à raise owó lórí platform mi ṣé mo gba £1 nínú ẹ̀ ni that's what he said and I got it here when Professor spoke to us on the 8th of October what action does those of us àwátàwà níta action wo la máa ṣe láti fi ràn àwọn tó wà lọ́wọ́ nílé what will be needed is we must create fund for the rally only ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé òkè owó táwa bá raise lọ́dọ̀ tiwa a fi support àwọn èèyàn kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn la máa lè support we can support everybody definitely báwo ṣe fẹ́ support gbogbo èèyàn ṣé pẹ̀lú £20,000 yẹn náà ni máa support gbogbo yín nílé kò lè possible àfi tá a bá parọ́ fúnra wa but we can do pickpocket kékèké níbẹ̀ yẹn so and he says if you can start it now please do so bí bàbá ọ̀pẹ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ gan sef èmi ò lè start kìíní ni ṣe ṣọ́ra yín o mo lè sọ fún yín ẹ bá lọ ń pe Ìgbòho ẹ kàn waste energy yín ni ẹ bá pe Ìgbòho máa pè mí á sọ fún mi. So those of you calling Ìgbòho Koiki ó fa account sílẹ̀ no account dáàdì ẹ̀ ni mo fi sílẹ̀ account dáàdì ẹ̀ ni mo fi sílẹ̀ and I'm not accountable to anybody ni mo sọ gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ I'm not accountable to anybody. I'm only accountable to Elédùmarè tí ó mọ nǹkan tí mò ń ṣe. I'm not accountable to anybody. Tó bá yẹ pé owó tó fi fún wa yẹn ló máa fi sọ pé Koiki ó yá wá account ó bẹ́tà kó béèrè owó yẹn kí n dá padà fún ẹ. Ó bẹ́tà kẹ́ béèrè owó yẹn kí n dá padà fún yín lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. I'm not accountable to anybody. Àwọn èèyàn jí $625 million ó gbé sínú ilé kò sí ẹ̀ lè béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ní bàjẹ́ fún yín àníríjù báyìí lọ. Mo ní interview pẹ̀lú Prince Eze. Àwọn èèyàn ti mọ́ra more than 10 years lè máa ti bàbá yẹn ti mọ́ra. Àwọn ọmọ Biafra ni. Kátó tó sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ Yorùbá advocate for humanity ni máa yẹn. A máa sọ̀rọ̀ ní another 1 hour. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ relax díẹ̀ kí n lọ coffee ti tutù díẹ̀ kí n lọ top it up pẹ̀lú omi gbóná. So mo kí gbogbo ilé nǹkan sí o. Thank you so much. Have a very good morning or good afternoon. Ẹ ká play oyin àṣìyà wa play nígbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká fi close the broadcast yẹn. Sọ fún ẹ ṣọ́ra yín gan ẹ má dárúkọ mi lẹ́nu ẹ má dárúkọ ẹ lè má dárúkọ gba àwọn mídíà tó ẹ má dárúkọ mi rárá pé mo ń raise owó lórí platform kí ni kàn yín pẹ̀lú yẹn má dárúkọ mi rárá o ẹ bá dẹ̀ ń pè Ìgbòho ẹ kàn yé yàrá yín ni because tẹ bá ṣe ń pè Ìgbòho ó máa sọ fún mi bàbá yẹn ń parọ́ so bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn o àpadà wà lágò kan lágbára Ọlọ́run. Orílẹ̀-èdè kàgbéga 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 ìgbàgbọ́ bàtì bẹ̀rù ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́. Ìṣọ̀kan nìkẹ́jẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtọ̀hún tó dára ọmọ Odùduwà bọ́ sí ipò ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀ àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. So in the next 1 hour a máa padà wá èmi àti Prince Eze. Bye for now.